If you're trying to get better on Hecarim, then you came to the right place, because I'm going to show you everything you need to know how to play Hecarim like a god. So for Hecarim, it's very important you understand what you're trying to do as this champion. First of all, it's a full clear jungler, so we're going to play to full clear. And if you're not going to get a leash, always solo Raptors or Wolf Camp, because this is much better for your overall clear. So here we're going to start with our Q, and we're just going to AoE clear them down. Hecarim is very good on AoE camps. As you can see, your Q is stacking. At 3 stacks, it's at max ability, and that's where you get most value. And this is a big thing, not only for Hecarim, but in general. So here I'm going to actually just keep my stacks going on red as I move to the Krug camp. This is really important because a lot of Hecarim just revolves around keeping these Q stacks going, and that's where you're going to... And that's where your focus is going to be. It's all about keeping the Q stacks going good. So here I drag the camp down as I'm going, and I'm just going to keep my stacks as fast as possible. It's easy to keep your stacks going here. What gets tricky is when you have to extend it towards, you know, for example, what we're going to do here towards the wolf camp. So the trick is to always drag as it gets towards the smite range. So here I'm going to Q one more time, and this is where we start dragging. I'm not going to smite even though it's in smite range. What I'm going to do is Q one more time and then smite. So this just gives us that boost, and it gives us that ability to keep our stacks going. You may lose one stack there like I did, but you keep up the majority of it, and this just speeds up your clear dramatically. And this is just good overall. If you have to start solo, this is a good way to keep your clear speed going. And just make sure you clear as well as possible. Here we're going to go for the blue. You know, early when we talked about it, our priority is to just play for full clear. If this guy fights us, it's perfectly okay for us. Here we're going to ghost in as our movement speed's going. Get our Q, our W. And we're going to get a kill there. And we're going to get another kill. And while we're here, you know, might as well push in the wave. I was going for a full clear, but Rammus decided on something else. He decided on giving me more than I imagined on. And for this game, we're going to be doing, obviously, you see the Conqueror going. We're doing the Conqueror page. I find Conqueror much better for low ELO. Like, people have problems with phase rush, and if you're in that type of group, then Conqueror is the way to go. And this is the advantage we have when we do the Raptor solo. So when we do the Raptor solo, what ends up happening is the Raptor respawns around 4 minutes. Your first camp you always do will always respawn around 4 minutes. That's the advantage we have here. And because we did the Krugs right after, we're going to have that other advantage where we're just going to have our Krugs coming back up. And so we're able to do 2 camps that we just cleared to maximize our early base with a kill and an assist. This is how you take over the game, and this is how you're going to be winning in your ELO, by doing tricks like this of just focusing on the clear and then going for the Q stack on the fight. If you fight, literally this champion, what people fail at is the fact that if you fight with Q stacks up, your majority of the time you're going to win that fight. Just how the champion operates, because of the stack mechanic being so important. A lot of people mess up on that. So here the build, we're going to go into our dragon force item, Spear of Sojin, very good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a very, you know, a good team fight build that we're going to be utilizing here. It's going to be Spear of Sojin into Asteric second. And, you know, this is a very high survivability build. So if you struggle on Hecarim in surviving in team fights, this build is designed around being prepared and ready to go in team fights. And you will never die in team fights with this build. Weaknesses, it's not as snowbally, but, you know, if you're worrying about snowballing in Hecarim, then you should be going the lethality build. If you want to go Bruiser build, it's all about being a big, beefy meatball that we're going to be able to incorporate. Here, it's harder to drag. The wolf camp is very weirdly strange, but here we're going to drag as much as possible. We're going to check for Crab. We're also going to look if we can fight bot. Crab is down, so what we're going to do, a ward there to see the Rammus come in hot. Few options on the gank. I think we just go here. I'm going to keep my stacks going and wait for the taunt. I'm going to AoE them down as much as possible. Just like that. And then Q stack on the wave as we do it. See how I'm consistently stacking. Even if I stack, I really emphasize on my stacking mechanic part. Even when I'm just queuing on minions before I even go for a gank, I'm trying to stack. And that's just design. That's just how you want to operate. Really heavily run the stack mechanic. Rammus, he can't really get on us, so we're good to go. And this is an ideal base for us. We have the Warhammer. Warhammer is really juicy. We like that juice. And we're going to go into the Spear Surgeon. So we're going to itemize this into this. And then we're hoping to one buy without having to go into Kindle. And by this full clear on top side, we're going to be 6. And 6 is a very strong point for Hecarim. We could easily go for more ganks right now. But the way I look at it is I only gank if I have stacks ready, right? So here, I'm going to gank mid. I want to gank if my stacks are ready. And my stacks are ready right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go early just to make sure we can catch up in time. Because this champion is very fast. In fact, she may be faster than us, but her R is about to run out. And the second it runs out... Okay, never mind. I thought we could chase her, but unfortunately, she's a bit too quick for us. Okay, Kindle didn't buy. Restart. We're gonna go clear top side. You know, maybe things don't go planned. Some things are going to fumble, stumble, rumble, and you just have to improvise on the spot. If I was fast enough to catch her, I would have gone for it. Ulti makes it a lot easier, so if you feel uncomfortable, just farm for the 6, and the 6 is just a much more guaranteed play. Disaster does strike, but you know, that's League of Legends. If it's no disaster, then it's not going to be real League of Legends gaming. But honestly, that depth isn't really a big deal. Katarina was able to get the kill. So here what we're going to play for is just the Q stocks. We have the option of going back mid because what happened, we were able to get her her abilities. And also, I'm a petty person. I like to kill people if they end up doing anything to me. So if I've ever died to someone, I always go back for some more. Looks like she's farming raptors, maybe. Oh, I got my eyes on the prize here. My boy Rammus. Listen, I'm not saying I like turtle. I like a little bit of turtle in the afternoon. It's a delicious meal. I can't say no to delicious meal. And here's another one. Nico. Proc the thing. This one's real. You know why? Because red buff puts an auto burn animation, as you can see there. Very cool. Very cool. Here I could push the wave, but I'm actually such a nice guy that I'm going to leave it. Because I would rather get crab right now. Looks like the dog is here. So hold on. We're going to see. No. Okay. Keep a few stacks alive. Itemization wise, we're still going for the Spear Sojourn. I didn't forget what happened to the Sivir, so we might have to... we might have to dip our toes in a little Sivir action. And honestly, this game is really how your games are going to play out without the Inori playing Hecarim board. Randomness, man. It's just randomness. Like, I feel like you guys probably end up doing some stupid stuff. Like, no one in the game is smart, right? So you have to be the smart one in the team. And it's not like you have to ping anything. You don't have to ping anything. You don't have to type anything. Just play the game the way it's meant to be played. Here I have Empower Smite, so I don't even have to bother. I want him to go in, but if he doesn't go in, it's not something we're gonna chase too much. Yeah, you know, just play your game. Like, what am I trying to accomplish as Hecarim? Like, look at my CS. I'm the highest CS in the game, while also dying and trolling a bit. My death count isn't that bad. I've died once. That's probably a very respectable death. You know, it's just one death. That's acceptable for you guys. Like, I don't want you guys dying so much. I want you to play with a little bit of brain, a little bit of a concept around you. Here we're gonna be able to kill. Dodge her abilities, keep the Q stacks alive. One more Q to kill her, and then we're gonna push in the wall wave. Now we're super rich and we're ready to go. This is where you completely take over the game. This is where it's like, I'm not gonna die again. I can promise you that. So why am I not gonna die again? Because I'm gonna invest my gold wisely into the items I need, and then I'm gonna play the map in a simple way where we're gonna play for kill, farm, quadrant farming, and it's over. So like I said, the build is gonna be Sterix second. This is gonna guarantee that by the time I get to Sterix spy, I will not die in team fights. If they try to focus me down, because they will, because they're obviously super in love with me, they're gonna go down, and they're going to just be surprised the second the shield procs. Very simple build pad. See, there's fights going on here, but like we talked about, I have no R. If your R is down, you don't want to do a crazy fight. If this guy dies, then I'm willing to accept him as a lost cause. But here my stacks are up. Now we're going to think about fighting a bit more with our stacks going. Like we said, it's very important to just have our stacks going, and if you want to operate on this champion, you just have to think about it. The champ as a stacking machine. We can jump over the wall if we needed to. One more Q and he's gone. The books are gonna write about this game in the history books. It's just a domination, a good fashion domination. And you know, the reason that fight for you guys, if you took that fight without stacking, you would have lost it. And that's just the importance of stacking on Hecarim before you go for any of these plays. This is a key fundamental thing that will drive you guys home. And also, very important to play around your R cooldown. Here I have R, so I feel more comfortable going for a play. I'm going to Q once in the minion to keep my stacks alive. I'm going to wait for any sort of CC before we R in. And we hit a CC here. I could R in. I could just E. Looks like she's suiciding, so we're going to go for E. Make sure to KS with our Q. It's a shutdown. We want that money stacked on us because we're going a very survivability build. So we're really comfortable with getting kills. We don't care about bounties. It'll be really hard for them to kill us. Nero's gonna help them, but it looks like it's a good fight, so we're chilling. The turtle, we're gonna try to take him out here. I don't want to invest too much because he's already 1 and 3, right? He's not worth my time. Like, he's not worth an ultimate. It's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm gonna save my R here. I'm gonna push in this wave too, make sure we get as much farm and really that heavy amount of juice that we need. Now though, we can probably spice it up a bit. Keep our Q stacks alive. Don't want to auto too much. We did end up giving a shutdown away because we didn't have the Sterix, and now the juice is online. I didn't even tell you guys the third item. This is what puts the spice together and mashes it up into a beautiful spicy cake, and that's the Radiant Virtue. This guarantees my survivability, gives me that beautiful resist, and then we can also top it off with whatever items we want afterwards. Spear, so Black Cleaver, Grudge, more armor and more. I'm telling you guys, if you build like this, you're never gonna die. It's a very safe build. And it incorporates a lot of the Bruiser tankiness that people like to enjoy on Hecarim. It's not, you're not gonna insta burst people like lethality, but you're gonna get the job done. And that job is winning games, and that's what you want to do. I have the debuff, so I'm not gonna try. Like, I'm gonna clear some jungle camps to try to remove that debuff. At 20 minutes, that's when it removes itself, and that's when we can take more side lane farm. But for now, we're gonna have to play around our farm, our jungle farm a bit. So for you guys, probably at this point, how do you want to play the game? Like, how should you play the game? And the way we're gonna play the game is we're gonna play around objectives. So we want this objective, but also we want to keep farming. So that's our goal in mind right now. We want objective fights, and we want to farm. So we're gonna go in. I would love to have Q stacks here, but unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to drop the stacks. Keep up the thing. I think he's on it, so what we're gonna do is check it. He's not on it, so he's on my jungle camp. We're gonna for a dive here is huge for us. We're gonna ghost instantly so we can get there as soon as possible. We're gonna R to just save the child as much as we can. Really stand on the Rammus, make sure he can't go on her. He buffered my ability. I'm gonna keep chasing. We lost the girl. She was the third daughter, but it's okay. Katarina's here to flank. I'm gonna make sure I KS. Unable to KS, continue chasing. And you know, I'm just gonna keep stacking. I know that's fake, but I'm stacking a bit. Waiting for my spell cooldown. I do have Sterix Shield, so I'm feeling pretty down to just, you know, dabble whatever I can here. I want them to go on me. I want them to overextend here. Overall, you know, it's the sacrifice I was willing to make. I would love for a dive here, but Katarina's gone. Okay, I got the Sterix proc. Can we live though? Can we live though? Katarina, get in there. Katarina just walked right past. I mean, that's the Sterix Shield would naturally help us live there, but unfortunately we have a bot. a bot on her. Very strong build for surviving though. You saw how long I was able to tank 3-4 people. So here we're gonna itemize more into armor. It's looking like one of those. CS, look at the CS. Keeping a good CS bar. Sivir looks like she has a bit of fingers, so we're gonna have to watch out for her. But our goals stay the same. Like how are we trying to win these games? We do need to get our Pokemon completed. Step 1 right now. But also we have to win fights. Period. We just have to win team fights. That was a good kill on Sivir. It looks like I'm gonna be able to trust this crocodile to go into battle with us. I don't really care about the Nico anymore. I'm just getting into smite range. I'm killing him. So here we're gonna go into full clear farm mode. If you want to make sure you're not gonna die in fights, what's gonna help us a lot is the Radiant Virtue. There we go. We got that objective. Now this is gonna help us clear faster. What I like about blue on Hecarim, the blue Pokemon, is the jungle item. It just speeds up your clear and stuff like that. That's really important. Looks like Rammus was here, so. I'm just keeping my stacks going. I do have Sterix, so we're able to tank a bit. I want to get the Nico down first. She does a lot of magic damage. Dodge that as much as we can. Boom! Sivir, sit down. She's trying to flash like she's somebody, but ain't she ain't nobody. I'm gonna get this Rammus too. We don't mess around with turtles. Keep my stacks going there. Oh shit. Damn, he got me. But this is where we're just completely online. So here we're gonna go for the cleaver to really touch it up. Grudge is good too if you want that perma slow, but those build just really, it's about that consistent damage. We did a lot that fight. We're good. We're happy. We're able to get some good fights. But our goal is still the same. We want to play for Dragon Soul. We want to play for objectives, and we want to kill people in fights. Period. And since we're about to hit the 20-minute mark, the monster debuff goes away, so this makes it easier for us to just take sideways and just play like incorporate the Inori divide and conquer strategy. So we're getting close to that mark. We're going to incorporate the Inori divide and conquer. But for now, we're going to clear as much as possible. If your R is down, do not fight. It's very dangerous. So I need actually my teammates here. I want to make sure I get this at least. Looks like someone was on it. So once my R is up, this is where I'm going to be able to, I'm going to be down to fight right now. Looks like we're actually going to be going here. About the R here, make sure we knock them down as much as possible. Speed myself up, as much movement speed as possible as well. There was a Sivir rat somewhere, so we're going to lurk a bit so we can catch her out. I think she's going to go catch mid-wave. So we're going to eye ourselves here. Well, jungle camps are up, red is up too. But I have my eye on something else, the child. Child must die. Like I said, I have Sterix, so I'm okay with tanking. Yeah, you don't. I never forget. We don't respect that kind of game should bring. So we gotta disrespect her with the dive there. And we're gonna keep our stacks going as we farm. And that's basically all the important stuff you guys have to remember when playing Hecarim. And it's all about heavy farming. Like, I could probably fight this Rammus for no reason, but it's not that important. I don't have R up too, so I don't want to. I don't want to take a risk. They're all on respawns. It's an easy way for me to throw. If I had R up, I would be more down. More down. Mara is coming up now. Now it's looking a bit juicy. Now it's looking a bit real juicy. Oh, you think I forgot about you, buddy, huh? Oh yeah, no, Silas. No. I didn't forget about you at all. Actually, I only think about you. So what we're gonna do is just incorporate our build here. Show you guys how much damage we have. Just show you guys how tanky we really are with the Sterix going and everything. Like, it's the unkillable Demon King is what I'm saying. This build's gonna carry you all the way to Diamond, to Masters, wherever you want to go. This build's gonna carry you. And also just me commentating all the Hecarim stuff you need to know. I'll show you guys the best of the best of the best. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Very much appreciated. Yeah, and always let me know what you guys want to see in videos, what kind of champions. I bring decades of experience for you guys to learn and become better, and better. So we're gonna basic get our cleaver by. And from here, I've already taken over the game, but now it's time for Baron and Dragon. So our objective doesn't change. You know, people aren't gonna always FF. So if people aren't FFing, then we just have to play out the game cleanly. So they want to fight Dragon, so we have to go fight Dragon. And you know, just play the game as if the enemy team is never really giving up. I never stopped trying to stack, you know, I still want to stack a bit on jungle. But since the fight's instantly starting, we're just going to stack on front line. Sometimes you can stack on front line too, like we're doing right now. And then we are in afterwards, keep our stacks going, really incorporate it. You don't even need to E for the dash as much as just for the movement speed too when you play. Because our Q cooldown is so short now, we're using it for the movement speed a lot more than we are using it for the dash. Like I said, I have Sterix up. Helicopter. Very, 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 very good. Very good. And the Radiant is just a good item to help you stay in that tanky zone that we want to stay in. And this build is just... it's unstoppable once you get your items. I just find the Sterix really nice on Hecarim. He got his base AD per level buff, and I find it even good to have it early. I don't think the item's bad at all. Your last items can be whatever you feel like you have to build. This game, I'm trying to go into DD, though in fact MR would be good here. So I'll build whatever I feel like it's important for me to build. But you can see the ability haste is just, you know, your W is permanently up. I'm just healing so much, like, and I'm just spamming my abilities. As long as you fight in the jungle or in river, you're never going to run out of mana. So it's super nice to have. So here we're going to play to close out. We're just going to go for that Baron objective. And we're going to start the Baron now. No need to do anything else. Just get on it. And your Q finger is going to hurt because you're going to be winning so many games with Hecarim that you're going to be like, God damn, I have Q arthritis because goddamn, this champion's just performing so goddamn well for me in my games, and that's just going to be the life for you. So many victories, so many things. And here we smite at 1200, make sure we secure it, and we're just going to go down mid and get the fight going. Our goal is we're trying to close out the game. Here I'm going to E to the minion to keep my chase going. Keep the stocks going. Like I said, we're not Eing against them, we're Eing to keep ourselves moving. That's something you're going to see us doing a lot more now, because it's all about the stacks and the Q damage. The E damage isn't that important, but the E does help you catch up. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Sivir is trying to kill us, so we're not going to let her kill us. Taking a million, gazillion, quadrillion things, but I'm never going to die with this build. It's just insane for team fights. I really love it. I think you can honestly build a lot of different things for your last items, whatever you really need. He really wants me. See, I'm just edging him though. Don't think we're gonna end, so I'm just gonna base here. What? Wait, Nico, you got a problem? You want to say something? Say it to my face, Nico. Say it to my face, Nico. I'm a base. I'm gonna get my last item. I don't know if the fight will go well. So here, let's say if I needed MR, I could go Grudge if I want to continue building more damage. If I feel like you need magic resist, your options are very more into the resist department. So you have Force of Nature, Visage, still pretty good here. Probably gonna itemize for the Visage with a red pod. You can either go red pod or you can go into the HP pod. Those are your two best options. You don't have to build like perma damage on Hecarim. You can build, you know, I build a respectable amount of damage for me to kill them. Like I said, we're never gonna really die, so we can just keep killing. It was just a little bit of a helicopter mission. You know, he can try hard, but destiny never waits for a fool. Remember that, okay? Never forget the words Inori says. They may seem like they have no meaning, but they always have meaning. God never waits for a fool. He's running down. We see him. We spotted him. Oh, you fool. And that's just the power of this build. You can always swap out the boots if you feel like you need something else, but I find it to be quite good to have the boots right now. You just see the bonus healing on Visage is quite nice. And here we're gonna kill out. That's a fake. I got juked. Juke it. Okay, okay, we got some juke feet. Okay, we keep the stacks going. Reset tower aggro. Okay, I might have bit off a bit too much there. But my boy Nexon's finishing the job. Hecarim, if you press R, he will actually just die there. Oh, there it is. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Yeah, I mean, this build is just super easy to effectively kill everyone with. I find it very easy to use. That's why I wanted to make a video about it. I think a lot of people struggle with the more glass cannon builds because it's really easy to die on those builds. But this is a build that I find to be very, very, very effective and simple to use. Oops, bought the wrong pub. We're so rich we can just literally buy another one. I personally think Hecarim just, you don't really want to sell boots for like an item on him. You'd rather just keep your boots. It's very important for him. I mean, they're trying to survive, but we're gonna keep it real nice and spicy. And we're just gonna ruin their game, and we're just gonna win off a Dragon Soul here. Oh, wait, Hecarim T. Choke got the dragon. And I gotta respect their versatility. They're not one to give up. You gotta respect that. Keep the stacks going. Remember, stacks, baby. In the game, back door. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Liked the video as well, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Good luck in your games.